everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to cut a bustier with an asymmetric neckline. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. And if you're new on my channel, please do well to hit on the subscribe button. Subscription is totally free, and most importantly, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we drop new videos. So let's jump right into the main video. The first thing is to take our vertical measurement. From the top here is our shoulder line and our starting point. Make sure your paper is on fold like this. My paper is on fold, all right? So from the top of the paper, I'm going to come down to mark my bust point. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'll connect that across this way. Then from the shoulder line again, I'll come down to mark my under bust line. From my shoulder to my under bust is 12 inches. I'm going to mark that and extend the line across. Then from the top again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16.5 inches. I'll mark that and then extend the line across this way. Be attaching this to a skirt to make it dress, so I'll be stopping at the half length. But if you're making yours as a blouse, do wear to include your blouse length. So I'll just label them appropriately: my waistline, under bust, and then the bust line. I'll come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to mark it right here. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width. So I'm going to come down here to mark my neck depth of 3 inches. Then I'll connect from the neck width to that point. The next thing is to mark our chest line, and to do that, you're going to divide your bust measurement by 6, then add 1.5 inches. I got 7. I'm going to extend that point across this way. This is the chest line. On the chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurements here to have a straight line. Then I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line this way. So I'm going to come to this line here, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. Then I'll connect the point together to form my armhole this way. The next thing is to mark our dart, and to do that, we are going to divide our nipple to nipple measurement by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 is 3.5. I'll mark it on the bust line, under bust, and the waistline. Then I'll connect them together this way. On the under bust line, on this side, I'm going to be marking 1 inch. And then on the other side, I'm going to be marking 1 inch as well. But if you're a plus size person, you can mark 1.5 inches on the center front. Then on the side front, you can mark 2 inches. All right, I'll connect the point together this way. Then from the bust line, I'm going to come down by half an inch. I'll connect with my curve rule all the way to that point this way. I'll do the same thing on this other side, connect the point this way. Then I'm going to extend that point all the way to the midpoint of our armhole like this. You can see the shape of our bust is coming out already. Then I'm going to mark up an inch on both sides of this line this way. I'll connect it back into the initial line. So the 1 inch we took for that here, I'm going to replace it here. I'll mark the 1 inch here and extend this line to meet that 1 inch. I will also replace the 1 inch on the chest line. Then I will connect my armhole like so. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll add my sewing allowance here. I'll come to the under bust, divide my under bust by 4. Then the 2 inch for that, I'll replace it and then add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4, replace the 2 inch that, then add my sewing allowance. I'll go ahead and connect the points together. So the next thing is to mark our bust dart, and to mark your bust dart is the difference between from your shoulder to your waist in front and back, and mine is 1.5 inches. I came down from the bust line by that 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect it all the way to this point. We're going to cut this out. This is basically it. The next thing, I'm going to transfer this measurement to the other side just so we can work on the neckline. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So I've already transferred the measurement to this other side here. You can decide where you want the effect to be on the neck. It can be on the right or on the left. So I'm going to come here. I'll mark 3 inches inward. From the shoulder slant, I'll mark 3 inches inward like this. At that point, I'll come down to how deep I want the neck to be. I'm going to mark 6.5 inches. You can do 7, 8. It depends on where you want your neck depth to stop. And then I'll connect the 2 points together like this. Then I'm going to come here and mark half an inch on this other shoulder here. Half an inch here. Then from here, I'll come down by 2 inches. And I'm going to connect from the half inch through the 2 inch all the way to this point with my curve rule. You can use your free hand to do this as well. So this is basically it. You can see what we have here already. So this is our asymmetric neckline. It's a very simple tutorial. So this is basically it for the front. The next thing we're going to do right now is to cut it out, just so we can work on the back pattern. When cutting, please do well to close down your bust dart before you cut out, so that you can adjust your line properly if they are not aligning. All right. So this is what we have for the front. We keep this aside so that we can work on the back pattern. For the back pattern, I've already gone ahead to rule out the necessary line, the bust line, the waistline, and then I have my zipper allowance of 1 inch. I'm going to come here to mark my shoulder here, just the way we did for the front. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to that point. I'll come down to mark my neck depth of 1 inch. I'll connect from the neck width all the way to the 1 inch into the zipper allowance this way. I'm going to come down to mark my chest line just the way we did for the front, and I will extend the points across this way. On the chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurements here to have a straight line, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. And then I'm going to come here to divide this into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At that point, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and then I'll connect my armhole. We are basically repeating what we did on the front pattern. I'll come here to mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 on the chest line, on the bust line, and also on the waistline. Then I'll connect the points together with a straight line. On the waistline, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this dart leg. I'll come down by 1 inch from the chest line, and I'll connect my dart. So if you want to have a precise dart on the back pattern, you just connect from here with your curve rule all the way to the midpoint of your armhole. But if you don't want, you can leave the normal dart. Okay, then I will extend this out by 1/2 inch. I'll extend that line by 1/2 inch and reconnect my armhole this way. I will impute my round body measurement, come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement, replace the dart intake, then add my sewing allowance. And this is basically it for the back. I'll come to the zipper allowance, mark 1/2 inch here. This is to prevent our zip from bulging after sewing. And this excess here, we are going to cut it out. And this is basically it for the back. I'll just cut this out now. So this is what we have for the back pattern and the front. This is basically it for this tutorial. If you find this helpful, do well to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section and I will attend to it. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.